Yo, what up? Welcome to the comments, ladies and gentlemen. We are looking at Secret Maiko Libs comment section today. There's about 70 comments for us to get through. And don't forget, pinned comment wins a free month of Band-Maid Prime. So, should be a lot of fun. We're going to dig right in. Just note, if you like what I do and you want to support the channel further, sub up, really helps. Drop a super thanks, really helps. Support me on Patreon. There you go. That's all I'm going to say about it. All right, let's get started. First up, Sugar Nisana 3143 says, Band Maiko, the only band who can match the level of Band-Maid. Boop. You're right. Band-Maid fan Atlanta says, I don't know, Psyche's P-Break is a pretty good instrumental quartet. Boop. Boop. Funny. Army Nurse Boy says, when they did Band Maiko self-covers, Miku changed the lyrics to the Kyoto dialect, which is a bit different than standard Japanese. So yes, you caught that. Pretty proud of myself, actually, for catching that. Because it's not like I could hear the difference overtly, but it was like something felt off a little bit, and then I was like, you know what? I'm sure that they did. Because that's what I know about this band, is that they have follow through. So if they're going to do something, they're going to do it right. Boop. Appreciate the comment. Mike at 2637 responds, says that shows how authentic they wanted this to be. Yes. And the dedication to their music for a joke. There's a reason they are one of, if not the most popular group in the world today. Boop. You know, I think they're the best band in the world. I had this revelation last night that like I think they're the best band in the world. With the caveat that like we define band in a specific way, as like a group of people who come together for the purpose of creating something that's bigger than themselves. A lot of bands are great, and a lot of bands produce magnificent works of art. But there's something in essence that Band-Maid has that I don't really feel from any of the other bands. And I think it's the genuine, what would you say, connection that they have with the project itself. I don't know. I mean, for my money though, at one point Blink-182 was also the greatest band in the world. Because they were a band. They're not like a performance piece where like they have a whole bunch of people come together and they have like ulterior motives and they're gonna, oh, we're gonna do this and we want to do, no. It's like you come together for the purpose of specifically creating the absolute best music that you can, right? Not the best music that's ever been made, but the best music that you can make as a group. And I think Band-Maid does that better than any of the other bands that we've listened to on the channel or that I've ever heard. Band-Maid fan, I'm gushing a little bit. I don't know if you could tell. Like I said, I spent a lot of time digging into both Secret My Lips and Secret Maiko Lips last night, just like on repeat, like trying to find like a way that it wasn't as awesome. I don't know. As it felt, I don't know. Because it's big words. It's big words to say it's the best song ever written. I also don't know that I can't say it. Anyway, it says, don't stop, Band-Maid fan Atlanta. As our pigeon says at every OQG, we want world domination. Through our music, we will never stop. Boop. Boop. Appreciate the comments. You're right. Band-Maid fan in Atlanta also says, if you want to analyze some lyrics, try Don't Let Me Down. Boop. Okay. Fayron comments, maybe we should add that he should not have his child in the room for this. Boop. Good to know. Mike 2637 says, oh yeah, no kids in the room. Old farts like me, 76. Oh, shout out to the old farts. They could cause a pacemaker to blow out. Good lord. Steve Hall, 5128 says, I mean, they're not really subtle. Boop. Band-Maid fan Atlanta says, yes, but very little translation needed, as it's mostly in English. He said with no ulterior motive. Y'all are too much. Mike at 2637 responds to Steve Hall, says, and this is not one of their original creations. It was written by another Japanese composer. I can't remember the name, but the lyrics are fire. Boop. Band-Maid fan in Atlanta says, Akihito Tokunaga is the composer. Boop. Mike 2637 says, thanks. I could not remember the name. I remember the first time I heard Don't Let Me Down. After the first line, I was like, whoa. Boop. All right. Now I'm interested. Brian DeVito 5120 says, seriously, John, they know what they're talking about. Do it next. Again, no impressionable youngsters allowed. I'm interested. You have my attention. Band-Maid fan Atlanta says, yep, you know what you're in for after 5 words. Oh, goodness. Boop. Tokunaga also released his own version, which seems to give quite a different impression. He worked on Order as well, though he only wrote the music there. Boop. Thanks, sir. Band-Maid fan Atlanta closes things out on this thread, says, and John, when you pull up the written lyrics, and you will, the line isn't your body's mine tonight. Boop. Okay. Cryptic as always. I love how cryptic you guys are. It's just so fun. I know I say that like every video, but it really is. Michael Meyerlis 3119 says, the instrument you're referring to is a shamisen. Ah, good to know. Thank you. Boop. Boop. You get a heart, since you were the first one who answered that for me. Jeff W7382 up next says, not only do they rock, but they're pretty funny too. The fan throw followed by the crowd every time. Every time. It's legitimately hilarious. The video is legitimately hilarious. Boop. Like the best, the absolute most epic April Fool's Day prank ever. It's fucking awesome. Okay. Barry Counts 490 up next says, I think the instrument Misa has is a shamisen. Yes, you are correct. It sounds really great. It does. It adds like a nice layer to the track. Another band that uses it is the Wagaki Band. Check out Guernica. I don't know how to say that. Live Tokyo Singing 2020. They play rock metal mixed with traditional instruments. Cool. They are my second favorite band from Japan, next to Band-Maid. Boop. Appreciate the comment. David 09 New Jersey up next says the instrument is a shamisen. 3 strings and fretless. Wagaki Band, oh yeah, I got another Wagaki Band, uses it in one of their integrations of modern and classical Japanese instruments. I would call their music a different take on big band music. Oh, interesting. Very theatrical. My favorite for a more traditional style is a group called Key and Key. By the way, did you prefer this version over the original? I did. I'll be honest with you. The original hits too hard. I love the Band Maiko version, but the Secret My Lips, I don't know. There's something special about that. Boop. Appreciate the comment. Up next, Jonas S. Says the banjo-like instrument is a shamisen. Konami is sitting behind a koto. For their songs, they brought out traditional Japanese instruments to create a festive and elegant Kyoto-inspired sense of style. Their members wear Maiko, apprentice geisha, outfits, and their lyrics are based on the Kyoto dialect. That's so cool. It's so cool. It's just so cool. They also changed their own names for Band Maiko. Miku Kobata is Hatoko, Saiki is Fujiki, Kanami is Kanomi? I don't know. Like, what's the O and the E sound? Kanomi? Misa is Ume Misa. And Akane is Akatsuki. Boop. I mean, look, it's commitment. Okay, and follow through. That's Band-Maid. Commitment and follow through. Also, risky decisions. Their band is built on risky decisions. As I learned from going through the RNG's documentary series. Okay. Xenos KB up next says you should definitely do Gyoncho by them next. It's their other Band Maiko song with a music video and the only Band Maiko song that's completely original. Boop. It's on my radar. Bob 359 says, oh my god, I've been waiting for this video forever. Boop. Well, hopefully it did not disappoint, good sir. Fayron up next says, aren't our Maikas just absolutely stunning? The best April Fool's joke the music world has ever seen and heard. You are one of only a few who realize that the lyrics or dialect is different. Oh, look at that. Good for me. Good for me. Hats off for that. There are now no excuses or no way around Gyoncho, the only original song of the best cover band of our maids by miles. Boop. Appreciate the comment. Jimbalana says Misa's how and Akane's plong at the beginning. Look at Konami, she's rocking out. Boop. No arguments. Shikatagana 100 says the Shoto Miku draws says world domination. Sure does. Shikatagana 100 also says the lyrics are in kinki dialect. Miku changed them to fit Kyoto. Boop. And Shikataganai 100 also says the 3-string instrument is a sugaru shamisen. The flat zither is a koto. Like this sentence here is just, it may as well be a different language. The flat zither, I don't know what a zither is a koto. I guess koto is a different instrument. Oh, my neck. Okay. Mock Miskel 3733 says, thanks, John. You made me laugh more than once. Oh, you're welcome. I actually went back and watched my reactions to both of those. I don't normally like go back and watch my own reactions, but like I've been doing it more recently to try and get over like the cringy factor of hearing your own voice in a video, because like it's one of the ways to get better at something, like without a doubt, right? And I want to get better. So I've been listening to more of my stuff recently. I think both of those videos were actually pretty good. I thought they were pretty good. They were engaging and well paced, and there wasn't a whole lot of like dead air. And I did most of it. I did all of it really in camera. I didn't go back and edit anything out. So good for me. I don't know how I got on that rant, but yeah, appreciate the comment. Mac Miskel, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for supporting with the super thanks. Okay. Serving on a song wave up next says, I'm sure your patrons have already answered, but search Wikipedia for traditional Japanese musical instruments for a big long list. Basically looking at one of the opening shots where they are all holding instruments. The 3-string banjo looking instrument Misa is holding is the shamisen. Oh, and you're gonna drop the kanji for it? Legend. Akane is holding a hand drum. There are a boatload of various drums, but I think she has a Tsuzumi? Tsuzumi? Again with the kanji. Maybe an expert will correct me, but I think we are also hearing a taiko, great drum. There are also a ton of various flutes. I'm not sure at all that the one Miku is holding is a horizontal flute, maybe a shinobue. But there are various similar ones used for no or in NOH. H. I don't know what that is. Or in Shinto shrines. We might also be hearing the shakuhachi, a vertical bamboo flute similar in size to a tenor recorder. Wow, you really just went in on this comment. I really appreciate that. The long-stringed instrument in front of Konami is... but you misspelled Konami. That's okay. We'll let it slide. Because this comment is like... You basically wrote a research... Oh my god. You wrote like a research paper for me. So I appreciate that. Is a koto. It is plucked with a shell. Interesting. These are still taught and used in the Geiko houses today. Geiko? Because it's geisha, so is it geiko? We'll go with geiko. Also, I'm pretty sure some of the scenes in this video are based on some famous artwork. The image of Misa with the cherry blossoms, or Konami with the fan, for example. The geiko houses were very secretive, and the artist was allowed to make taboo pictures of them in their unguarded moments, eating, having tea, or throwing fans. Oh, that's so cool. Wow, you just like opened up a new dimension for this video for me. Psyche scored well, by the way. Oh, so that's why they clapped? Look for a video titled How Japanese Gambled by Throwing Fans in the Let's Ask Shogo channel. The game was banned by the emperor because it encouraged gambling. It's a hoot. Boop. Sounds like something fun that we could check out, for sure. Gary Holloway says, well, I'm giving you a like because you took the time to provide really good info. He absolutely did. He really did. It was a great comment. Serving on Songwave response says, thanks, although it is not 100% accurate. The emperor didn't ban Tosenkyo. The shogunates did. Nobody listened to the emperor back then. He didn't have any power. And then Gary Holloway closes things out. Maybe he was a fan, but just didn't want to. Groan. Boop. It's too, yeah. So, surfing on a Songwave. Boop. For the exceptional comment, you are currently frontrunner for the month of Band-Maid Prime. So, appreciate the comment. Let us continue. Next up, Mike2637 says, as was stated below, the instrument you are referring to is a 3-string instrument called the shamisen, specifically a tsugaru or jazz shamisen. It was brought over from China, where it was called a sanjan. Wakaki band's Benny Ninagawa is one of the best shamisen players out there. You should check out their videos. In this video, the effect was added electronically by a sound engineer. This and 5 other songs came out when Band-Maid decided to pull an April Fool's joke. Did she drop the whole album? Like, granted, it's an EP, but they still just like dropped an album as an April Fool's joke. Legends. Absolute legends. And they were changing from a hard rock band to one that references the geisha culture in Japan and called themselves Band Maiko. Maiko is a term for a geisha in training. The ladies put a lot of work into this joke and came out with some of their best songs. There are 2 videos on YouTube that show how the videos were made and how hard it was for the ladies to perform wearing kimonos. The normal costumes for a geisha or Maiko consisted of 7 layers of clothing that are tied very tightly with a sash, or obi, and weigh anywhere from 25 to 35 pounds. Good lord. The ladies only wore the top kimono and said that even that was very hard to work in, as it is made of very stiff fabric. Akane said that they had to take very frequent breaks because the sleeves were so heavy. They filmed these videos in Kyoto, which is the ancestral home of Japanese geisha culture, where everything is so picturesque. The scenery and set locations show up better in Gyeongcho. Boop. Great comment, buddy. Zolotov 2458 says, interesting fact, Chuck Norris is said to have seen Band-Maid and Band Maiko in the same room at the same time. Thanks. Gary Holloway says, Chuck got bit by a rattlesnake once, and after 3 days of agonizing pain, it died. Yes. Until now, I thought it was fake news sponsored by Trump. John Matthew chimes in and says, get out of here. That's just an urban legend. Boop. And Gary Holloway closes out the thread saying, refresh my memory, guys. Are either of you going to see any of Band-Maid's August US shows, or do you just both know a lot about Chuck Norris? I still find it hard to believe he's not a real Texas Ranger, because he gives such an accurate depiction of how they use martial arts to beat up suspects instead of drawing a weapon. Boop. Barry Geist White 3474 up next says, get real used to the most recent Band-Maid song you discovered being your favorite. My top 5 Band-Maid songs is mostly a revolving door of whatever I've listened to in the past 24 hours. Boop. I feel that. Gary Holloway up next says, loads of bands have members that have side projects. Band-Maid are so awesome. They're a band who has another band. Boop. Paul Hoji-san 1287 says, nice to meet you. I always enjoy looking at your works. I am Japanese and I would like to explain the lyrics in this song. I try to comment on Band Maiko's reaction with this explanation, so I know some of you who read this comment section have already read it somewhere else, but I'll post it here as well. It says, in all songs of Band Maiko, Psyche uses the word called Kyokotoba, Kyoto dialect. The Kyokotoba has many special phrases. Has many special phrases that are different from the so-called Kansai Ben, the Kansai region dialect. Kyoto is included in the Kansai region. Okay, and even if you are from Kyoto, it's not a word that ordinary people other than Maiko and Geisha use on a daily basis. Many Maiko are not from Kyoto, but when working as a Maiko in Kyoto, it is not desirable to use the dialect of the region in which they were born and raised. Okay, so they must acquiesce to the Kyoto dialect. Therefore, the training content of Maiko includes the acquisition of this Kyoto-kotoba. The Kyoto-kotoba is, so to speak, a common language for Maiko and Geisha. Maiko is pronounced Maiko, means a person in the apprenticeship stage of Geiko. Boop. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate the comment. Excellent information. Jim S. says, all the instruments are synthesized by Konami and an engineer, but the instruments you are referring to is called a shamisen. The flute sound may be a shakuhachi. The words Miku wrote in the beginning are world domination. Boop. I could have guessed that. I probably could have guessed that if I thought about it. Mikoto up next says the Japanese instruments, taiko, bass drum, tsuzumi, hand drum, Akane was using, koto, floor harp, shamisen, the banjo-looking instrument, shakuhachi, the Japanese oboe, shinobue, the Japanese flute. Maiko songs were an over-the-top April Fool's gift for us all. Psyche said, unfortunately, too expensive to do again, though the fandom clamors for a return of the Maikos. Boop. Appreciate the comment. Up next, Graham Reed 8774 says this song in particular should be noted in world rock history for everything about it and the genius that is Band-Maid. Boop. No arguments. Lawrence Cox up next says, FYI, I believe the fan toss Psyche did is known as a Tosenkyo. Yes. Boop. Appreciate the comment. It's a game. Kevin6059 says, so totally like this band for their April Fool's Day prank to be better than most bands' best songs. Seriously, the song has some tricky rhythms, and to pull it off like that is nothing short of fantastic. Boop. No arguments. TK 7223 1968. Why is your name just numbers? Misa's vocals are haunting, short as they are. It's a good song for an April Fool's. Just goes to show that they have the Midas touch with music. For sure. Alrighty. Greylock 100. Up next, it says Shamisen, ding ding ding, Kyoto, plink plink plink, Shakuhachi, screech screech. Misa holding a shamisen. Kanami has a koto in front of her, and I cannot remember the name of the small drum Akane is using. The deeper drum sound, though, are taiko drums. Gary Holloway chimes in and says, could it be a tam-tam? He says confidently without actually being that confident. Boop. Yeah. Should be more confident. It absolutely is a tam-tam. Obviously. Greylock responds to Gary Holloway and Mikoto says at Mikoto wrote it further down the comment section. It's a Tsuzumi, and there is another flute called a Shinobue that I didn't catch. Boop. Gary Holloway responds, says, oh right, I tried my best, Mr. Greylock. Boop. Greylock responds, says, at least you tried and acknowledged that you may have been wrong. I didn't even check further down until later. Boop. Y'all are so wholesome. I love it. Greylock closes out the thread here, says, haha, well, kudos to you for pointing it out then, because I didn't notice it either. Boop. Appreciate the comment. Superfly Lee 6421 says, great reaction, John. Oh, thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Becca Noib up next says, these girls got a sense of humor. Their April Fool's Day videos are great. By the way, you simply must check out their song Bubble. The video is homage to Bohemian Rhapsody movie. Boop. Yeah, Bubble's definitely on my radar as well. Brian DeVito 5120 says, good info already in the comments regarding the Kyoto dialect and instruments. All band Maiko songs are done that way. The Maiko project was originally an April Fool's joke that actually upset a lot of fans who took it seriously. Why? Just another example of the lengths these ladies go to gen up the fan base. Boop. Why would that be? Why would that? Who could be upset? Okay, who could be upset? I would like to know why. Like, I'm open to hearing why. I just don't get it. Faxbox5450 says, Psyche uses traditional Kyoto words used by the Maiko. Boop. Appreciate the comments. Thank you. Oh, look, there's this guy. Says he's right about the lyrical line, though, at 4:45. It's so good. What do you mean? What's he mean? Line there is groovy as fuck. You can't deny that. He's right. I'm such an asshole. I was just like, I almost pinned my own comment because that's just how my brain works. But I'm not going to do that because it's not better than Surfing on a Song Waves comment. Up next, Treadhead A1 says, pin this comment and save money. I already have Prime. Great reaction, though. Oh, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. You don't get the pin, though. It's just not happening. Aaron Thielen 8570 says, Goncho next, please. Boop. Definitely on my radar. Okay, definitely on my radar. David Misa Cook says, Ume Misa. God damn it. Yes. Okay. Boop. Yeah. Chris Bergston 1429 says, helps understand a bit about Geisha, or Geiko, as they're apparently called in Kyoto. There's something between a dinner date and a dinner show, depending... Oh, okay, that's interesting. Depending on the occasion, they might serve food and eat with you, provide entertaining conversations, perform music or dances, lead games like the fan tossing, etc. Maiko are geiko who are still in training. Here we see the maids in more or less traditional dress, doing geiko stuff, playing music, playing games, dancing, etc. In the scene where they're all looking at the camera with their noodle bowls. Of course, they're politely waiting for you to start eating. Oh, okay, that makes sense. All except Akane, who, true to character, says to hell with it and starts chowing down. Oh, that's so funny. That's so much funnier now. Oh, goodness. I love that we do this. He goes on to say, I think that Miku sees a connection between Geiko and maid cafes. Granted, Geiko comes to you, whereas you go... Oh, I didn't know that either. Whereas you go to the maid cafe to see the maids, and the vibe is different. But they both serve food and drink, sing and dance, and play little games with customers. So this Band Maiko thing is a fine joke, but they're also honoring a Japanese cultural tradition that might feel they might feel distantly related to. Boop. Appreciate the comment, buddy. Up next, Russell Potter 7294 says, in their tour of Japan, Band-Maid did Band Maiko the honor of singing Band Maiko's version of the songs as a one-off in their hometown. Oh, cool. The rumor that they are the same band and Klupa is really Miku continues to haunt them. You guys are fun. Jubaling Russell 9182 says, beautiful. That is all. Boop. No arguments. Wansan66 says, now you have to listen to Gyeoncho and be absolutely amazed by the stunning beauty of the girls. Oh, and the landscape too. Boop. Yeah, definitely gonna check it out. And is that it? Did we make it? We did. We made it all the way to the top. Okay. All right. Serve Round of Song Wave wins. He got the pin. So I will be in contact to discuss getting you your free month of Band-Maid Prime. And yeah. Yep. That's going to do it for this video, though. Hope you all enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. I don't know if you could tell. But I'm going to get out of here. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Once again, if you want to support the channel, link is in the description for the Patreon. Super thanks should be active for this video. If you want to drop a super thanks right on this video, that would be wonderful. Also, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. All that stuff helps too. Okay, plenty of ways to support your favorite creator. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day, and we will catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.